Am I doing something wrong? Like people say that all the time. I'm doing all the things, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I swear I'm doing everything right, but the scale's not moving, so I must be doing something wrong. Why is that people's go to?
I think because we're so hard on ourselves.
Yeah.
And if you've struggled with weight, my guess would be that you're more hard on yourself than not. And there's a level of frustration there, and there's a level of maybe shame. It's wired deep in us.
Yes.
That moment where you're looking at the scale and you're immediately going, what am I doing wrong? One of my things that I like saying is ask yourself if you're coming from a place of fear or coming from a place of love. When you come from fear, you can feel it because fear will have you think you're failing, think the worst case scenarios. It'll make you think that you can't do it. It's not worth it. But if you shift it and decide, I'm going to come from love, it's that subtle shift that can give you just the slightest more compassion for yourself, knowing that, okay, this is what it's like right now, but I know I'm taking action. I know I'm doing the things. Good comes from that. On the scale, when something happens, you have a choice. The more you support calm and support anxiety on a daily basis, the more space you have in that moment to choose where you go from there.
It's about awareness. What's happening physically in your body, what's happening mentally. You're struggling and you're wondering, what the is going on? I love the fear and the love. How do we in that moment show compassion for ourselves?
There's two different versions of when that happens, right? If this is completely new and there hasn't been any groundwork to help lay that space of awareness in you, that's when the mind stuff that come from love, okay, or come from fear, like I don't want to hear that right now. And even me, like I don't want to deal with it right now because right now I'm spiraling, right? Reach into whatever toolbox you have at your disposal at a given time and be like, what is going to work to kind of break the cycle of overthinking? And that's when I kind of move to the body and do body work, something that will physically calm your body down. That can be breath work. It can be humming. It can be physically just touching yourself. So that's kind of like tier 2. If the thinking isn't working, go to the breath, make your exhale longer than your inhale, just something to give you inner space. Because when you're in that moment, you are looking at the scale. Sometimes you can't outthink that anxiety, but if you breathe out and physically calm your heart, that can sometimes give you just enough space in to not spiral.